Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Dr. Rebecca Masterton. I obtained my PhD from the School of Oriental and African Studies, University of London in 2006. And I came to Islam in 1999. I came to the Path of Ahlul Bayt in 2003. And one of the driving factors for me coming into Islam was that I instinctively felt, as I was growing up, that something was wrong with the culture that has been developed in Europe since around the 1920s. There has been an increasing secularization in the West. Sometimes there is a referral back to the Enlightenment period, which championed so-called reason. Nowadays, thinkers and scholars say that reason is not infallible like it was once held to be. And in the pursuit of objective truth, various European countries have let go of their spiritual and religious traditions, and they have tried to cultivate a rational society where everyone is equal. But what has really happened with the clearing out of classical religious and spiritual values is that the corporations have moved in. Spiritual values provided a foundation of brotherhood across various European countries, and with the cultivation of an increasingly materialistic society, eventually European societies and cultures have pretty much forgotten what spirituality is, what the training of the soul is. And while from the outside European countries may look fairly well managed and people may seem to be doing fairly well on a material level, when it comes to the actual internal content of people, in terms of their soul, in terms of their thinking and their daily preoccupations, then we find that there is an emptiness that lies at the heart of European culture. This is starting to change slightly because, maybe a little bit too late, Europeans are starting to realize what they threw away, and they are starting to panic somewhat and try to go back to their cultural and spiritual roots. And sometimes these cultural and spiritual roots even go back to prior to the coming of Christianity. So there is an attempt to revive a kind of classical European identity, albeit that there are so many different cultures and languages within Europe. But overall, the culture that is controlled in our societies from the top down is funded by those who are trying to distract us from finding the truth within, or trying to distract us from finding inner knowledge. And the society operates through very fierce market competition. Everybody is so busy working to pay their bills and to try to maintain what is actually a very expensive way of life that they do not have the time to connect on a human level. And therefore we are losing in the fabric of our societies this very essential human connection. We have so many headlines in our papers saying that loneliness and isolation are one of the biggest problems of industrialized societies. I have been to Iran many times, and when I first went to Iran, I was trying to tell the people that I met to hang on to their spiritual heritage and culture and knowledge and way of being. You won't value it until you have lost it. And sometimes people used to look at me not quite understanding what I was trying to tell them. But when you live in a society that is empty of any kind of knowledge of reality, knowledge of the soul and of our onward journey from this world, no teachings on how to know yourself and how to get closer to the truth, and essentially, while everyone may be fairly materialistically well off, in essence they have nothing inside themselves, and they don't even know how to connect in terms of a human brotherhood. Then it can all look very nice from the outside, but inwardly, behind that image, there's nothing there. Islam enables us to pursue a disciplined path that will lead us to the substance within ourselves, the soul within ourselves, and to become better acquainted with the truth of our existence. Thank you for listening. Allahumma salli ala Muhammadin wa ali Muhammad.